Yep, it is live. Cool. All right. Hey guys, bShawReacts, Ben, back again with some more reactions for you. Today we're looking at the Bee Gees, Mr. Natural album. We've already reacted to songs 1 through 3. So if you're looking for that, you can find that on another video. I'm gonna do 4, 5, and 6 on this one. Looks like we're going into voices, give a hand, take a hand, and dogs. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I've heard that dogs is a good song, and someone had mentioned in one of the comments I had read something about voices. I'm not really sure anything about these songs. I didn't look into any of the, who produced it or any of that type of stuff. I like to leave that to the comment section so that you guys can kind of fill me in. It's pretty cool that we get to have the commentary back and forth, and I really enjoy doing that with you. So, for those who are new, welcome. I appreciate you stopping by to see what we're going to do here. And for you guys who are my regulars, I appreciate you. You should know that. And I hope you know that. And I'll continue to reaffirm that. So, with that being said, just a couple of the basics that I need to discuss. Patreon, number one, is where I'm trying to grow that channel over there on the website Patreon. Just look up bShawReacts, of course, Ben Shaw. And that's just a way to support me directly if you guys wanted to help me out, with the channel and everything that's going on. It's just a way to get everyone together. Over there, you get a little bit more freedom to suggest the song that you want to hear. It's just a way to be in contact with me directly, and it's a little bit more one-on-one personal, I would say, than YouTube. YouTube, I try my best to answer every single comment. And if I don't answer it with an actual message, I at least give it the little heart and a like with a thumbs up to let you know that I've read it. So I've read every single comment that's come to my channel up to date. And I've responded in some form as best as I can. There are a lot of you guys and only one of me, so please keep that in mind. Patreon is just a way to make it a little bit easier for one-on-one conversation in the background, private messaging, things like that. So just putting that out there for you guys. You do not have to join Patreon in order to find my material. Everything that I produce and put together, as far as YouTube and all this, it'll get posted to Patreon first. Those guys will see things, and then I'll put it on YouTube at some point. So just know that. Okay, that's not mandatory. I'm just saying it's just out there. All right, let's get to it. Let's not burn any more time. Right. So we got voices. I pulled up the lyrics on here. I haven't read through them yet, but I did pull it up, and then it'll just help us to go through the song at the same time. So let's go. Here we go. Voices. I like the acoustic. My mouth is drying out so bad. This medication I'm on.
Sweet voices calling wild,
Ooh, that's different.
echoing around this child. Sweet babe, I'll be joining you. But when my story's over,
Oh no. Hold up. Hang on. Just give me a second. I'm sorry that I'm taking so long to do this, guys. I used to be a fast typer, but I can't see the keyboard anymore, so I have a hard time typing. I think I spelled all that right. So, who is Faith in the Bee Gees song Voices? I need to know this before we go any further because right now I don't understand who Faith is. And he said, Sweet Faith, I'll be joining you, meaning that, and something about when his story's over. So, he's saying that he's going to join Faith. I would imagine he means in death. I'll be joining you at some point, but not until my story is over, meaning that Faith's story is already over, is kind of what I took it as. And that's just a really fast, like, that's what I think he's talking about, but I don't know. I don't know who Faith is, so I'm kind of curious. In the Bee Gees song Voices, Faith is not a real person, but the lyrics depict a narrator seeking comfort from intrusive voices and state, Sweet Faith, I'll be joining you, but when my story's over. Right. In this context, faith represents spiritual salvation, the afterlife, or a guiding light that the narrator will join once their earthly struggles and torment are finished. The song featured on the 1974 Mr. Natural album, co-written by the brothers, and reflects their signature reflective, almost haunting thematic style. Okay, so I'll take that description. I understand, right? So he's saying that in faith, and it's just his way of saying that in faith, I'll be joining the afterlife, but when my story's over. Okay, cool. So faith isn't necessarily a child or a spouse or a mother or a sister or anything like that. Faith is the bigger context of it all, saying that in faith I'll be joining the afterlife when my story's over. Cool. That gives me a different perspective as I listen to this. So let's go back. I'm sorry that this is taking so long. This is going to be one of those long reaction videos, guys. I have a feeling. So just putting it out there now. You're probably going to wind up pausing this at some point and coming back and watching some if you come back. But we'll see. Let's see what happens. Sorry. Let's keep going.
Small secrets in the wind, blowing till the end begins. Oh, my children, stand by me till my story's over. If I were you and you were me, those voices, they would cease to be. They won't be free to torment me again. But in my bed again last night, those voices spoke of wrong and right. They spoke of darkness and of light. They spoke of weakness and of might. They spoke of people in the slow and distant places long ago. They spoke of fire and falling rain, of health and wealth and death and pain. Na 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 Sweet voices calling wild, echoing around this child. Sweet babe, I'll be joining you when my story's over. If I were you and you were me, those voices, they would cease to be. They won't be free to torment me again.
Um, all right, hold your horses. We're getting there, okay? Give a hand, take a hand. Slow down a little bit. So, final thoughts on that song. I actually enjoyed that song quite a lot. I don't know. It brought up a lot of emotions. Let's just put it that way. Man, this video could be super long. If I talked about everything that just went through my mind as I was listening to that song, I would be here for an hour just describing that. So I'm going to shorten it down to a very condensed version of everything. So, um, again, to try to make a long story short, that reminds me of being on the deathbed, saying your goodbyes. You know, it's talking about the childlike or being with the child or something. I remember the lyric was something about a child. Um, if I were you and you were me, those voices, they would cease to be. They won't be free to torment me again. But in my bed again last night, these voices spoke of wrong and right. They spoke of darkness and of light. They spoke of weakness and of might. They spoke of people in the snow and distant places long ago. They spoke of fire and fallen rain, of health and wealth and death and pain. That's basically speaking about every emotion, every feeling of being alive and dying. There's death, there's pain, there's health, there's wealth, there's all those things that we just talked about, right? So this just brings back memories of how many times I've walked up to a person on their deathbed, between aunts, uncles, grandparents, my mom, my dad. I've been there. And you know, sometimes they go back to a place of happier times on their deathbed. And they talk about those things, and even as they're on their deathbed, my just ramblings where they were it was almost like they were transported into another dimension, back into a time where they were their happiest, and that's what they're discussing about on their deathbed. This song brought all that out of me, into me. That's the emotion that it's evoked out of me. The saying goodbye and joining in someone in the afterlife, those types of things, all that come out of this song. That's a really well written song, guys. I really, really enjoy this song, Voices. And again, I could talk for hours about everything that I felt listening to that, but I'm going to move on because I'm already probably like, hang on one second. Yeah, so I'm 15 minutes in on just the first song, and I still have two more to do. So it's going to be a 35, 40-minute long video, I'm sure. Sorry. But I'm not sorry because this is a reaction channel, guys. That's what we do. We listen to things and we react. So let's do that. Give a hand, take a hand. Pretty piano right off the bat. You hear the organ?
The world was run by all the little children.
That's beautiful.
We could be happy
Whew.
once again. We won't hurt when we're like little children. And we won't ever feel the pain. Now when my fight for life on earth is over, and I leave belongs to you hereafter. And we'll all join hands another day. Everybody's got to give a hand. Everybody's got to take a hand. Everybody's got to fall in love, yeah, to make everybody understand. Everybody's got to give, take a hand.
Ooh.
I love you, yes I do. I told you a million times now. Now do you believe the words I say? All my life belongs to you hereafter. And we'll all join hands another day. Everybody's got to give a hand. Everybody's got to take a hand. Everybody's got to fall in love, yeah, to make everybody understand. Everybody's got to give, take a hand. Everybody's got to give a hand. Everybody's got to take a hand. Everybody's got to fall in love, yeah, to make everybody understand. Everybody's got to give, take a
Okay, so that's another song for me that does it. I think that's a great song. Brings out a lot of emotion. I think that organ that you hear in the background, kind of distantly in the background, it's set back a little bit further than maybe the keys are. Vocally, the song is beautiful. The harmonies are great. I mean, you can't expect anything less from the Bee Gees, honestly. When it comes to pulling the emotion, I feel like that they're pulling out all the stops on this album. So between Voices, the last one, and then what was the other song? Oh my goodness! Now I have to look this up. Can't believe I forgot the name. Oh goodness! Give me 1 second. I'll tell you right here. It's the Robin song. No, maybe not. Was it Down the Road? I don't know. Anyways, I'll talk about it another time. That's fine. I've been doing a whole lot of talking. So we're about to listen to Dogs. I just wanted to make sure that Give a Hand, Take a Hand from me is a top song. I don't know if that's one of the ones that is part of their top hits or anything like that. I know that I'm gonna star Voices too because I really enjoy that. Bee Gees had a lot of big number one hits and things like that, and stuff that went to the top radio charts. And number 8 is on the chart, number 12 on the chart. Da, 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 da. There were a lot of songs that ranked in that system. I don't know, like, if this was one of them, but it should be. If this was a song that didn't get as much popularity as it should have, it should have, because that's a great song. Very, very emotional, and I enjoyed it a lot. So, all right, we're going to dogs now. Speaking of dogs, mine is laying right here beside me with her little toy, and I love her to death. She is just like a daughter to me. We've had her for 10 years now. Anytime you have an animal for that long that depends on you for everything, you do form bonds and things that are really deep. So I'm hoping that this isn't a song about losing a dog, because that's going to break me. I'm telling you, that's the one thing that I can't do. Okay? I'm not good at saying goodbye to my animals. That's very hard for me. Anyways, I get super emotionally attached to these dogs, and I lost my other boy, Miko, a couple of years back, and I'm still mourning the loss of that dog. I had him for 14 years, and man, you literally feel like you got gutted, like you've lost a child, and that's basically what happens. But we all have to say goodbye at some point. So I just pray and I hope that in our next life, in our afterlife of this one, that we're all reunited. That's kind of my belief as it stands. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. All right. So dogs. Please don't let this be about losing a dog. Please don't let this be about that. I hope this is about something completely opposite. Here we go. I got the lyrics for that also.
I was hungry and I was cold. Had a father far too old. Couldn't make it to the place you'd like to be. In a tree trunk in the park, he was living in the dark, keeping other dogs like him for company.
Okay, this isn't about a dog.
In the evening I'd go down to a nightclub in the town, try to get some bread to make another way.
Ooh.
Back to the park I'd go, dig him out of the snow. You know he's lived 1,000 years from day to day. Well, the days get shorter and the nights get longer, and you never learn to know if you love one another. Could you look at each other? Could it ever really show? If at this moment of time you couldn't make up your mind, how could you ever understand? Are you following me, just like Moses to the sea? Do you think I'll give you freedom in the end? When I'm not dead and gone, will your love for me go on? Will I be the one you run to in the end? And all my dogs need a friend. It was 2:45 in the summer of '73 when I heard somebody call outside my door. Said, are you friend or are you foe? He looked up and he said no, but I'd like to come inside and know you more. Well, the days get shorter and the nights get longer, and you never learn to know if you love one another. Could you look at each other? Could it ever stand. Are you following me? Just like Moses to the sea. Do you think I'll give you freedom in the end? When I'm long dead and gone, will you let me go on? Will I be the one you run to in the end? And all my dogs need a
Ooh, I like that one. Wow. Okay, so dogs is not. Don't do this to me. Stop it. Stop it. We'll get there. We're coming, Mr. Natural. I promise. So dogs is not what I thought it was going to be about, which was my thought it was going to talk about dogs, but it did. It did in a different way. It was I think a story that a lot of people can relate to. I personally cannot. So that song doesn't hit me in the feels as hard as maybe the other two did. So don't come at me in the comments because I said that. I'm not saying it's a bad song, guys. I think it's a beautiful song. It's very well written. The bass line was phenomenal. And again, Mo does all of the bass lines, Maurice, all the times? Or is there sometimes they bring somebody else into play? I'm just curious because, wow. I think Mo did a phenomenal job on that, if that was Mo. I may be speaking, out of turn, but personally, again, and I'll say it again on camera, I think Mo is my favorite. Yes, I love Barry's voice. I think he's got a beautiful voice, and the falsettos and all that is awesome. Robin has got an amazing voice. Let me please reiterate that because who did y'all come at me in the comments whenever I said I didn't like that song? What song is that? Country Lanes. Yeah, I just didn't like the It was way too fast of a vibrato for me. And I'm gonna say it again. I think the song's beautiful, Country Lanes, and I think that Robin's voice is beautiful. I'm saying it on camera. Please hear me. I just don't. I don't like when there's that much vibrato in a song. Okay. Anyways, the whole point that I'm trying to make is that I love Mo. I think Mo was a character. I enjoy who he was as a person. I'm drawn to him. I don't know why, but I guess maybe even because of the bass thing. I play bass guitar. He played bass guitar. Keys, all that stuff. Like, I get it, Anyway, so Dogs is a song that can be related to in many different ways, but I think for those of you guys who had a harder time with fathers and maybe just the friendships that they had or their ways of life, sometimes is not the best, And look, I don't know. I know the Bee Gees, they had a lot of things that happened behind the scenes that you guys probably know more about than I do, obviously. But yeah, I feel like they may know a little bit about that song topic, just in dealing with their father. So times are different, in those times. Dads were different. My dad was different, way different than I am as a father. I struggle a lot with the thoughts that I have as a father. My son's 20, and I'm 24 years older than he is. So, there's this balance. My dad was actually 24 years older than I am. So there's this balance of generational gaps that happened throughout time that I just feel that things are different now than they were in the 50s, 60s, 70s, even 80s and 90s, and 2000s. They're always different. I feel like the generational gaps, it all changes. It's morphed. if that makes sense. So, as a father, personally, I'm way different with my son than my dad was with me. Um, my dad and I didn't really say "I love you" very often. It wasn't something that was said, right? It was understood. We knew. I knew he loved me. There was no doubt about it. He didn't work as hard as he did and do the things that he did constantly, daily, in and out. He didn't get up at 5 o'clock every morning and go to work and get home at 6:30 at night every night because he didn't love us. He did it because he loved us, right? So it was very understood that love was there. It was when he was, you know, on his deathbed on his way out that I think he and I both realized that we probably should have said it more often. And whew, um, so yeah, maybe my dad and I's relationship was. Look, I love that man a lot, a whole lot, and I wish that I had said it 1,000,000,000 times more to him verbally, so that he would have known just how much I loved him. Uh, but it's just the way it was. It was understood but not said. So as he was on his way out, we said it a lot more often, and it was easy to do. It wasn't like it was as hard as I thought it would be to just be real with him. Um, so in the end, he knew. Look, I held that man's hand, on his way out. So yeah, he knew. Just like my son knows how much I love him. Because you know what? I tell him all the time. All the time we say it. In fact, anytime we get off the phone with one another, I let him know that I love him. Anytime he leaves for school, he knows that I love him. Anytime he leaves my house, he knows that I love him. Every time he comes back, he knows that I love him. Every time he answers the phone, he knows that I love him. Every time we hang up the phone, he knows that I love him. That's the point, guys. I think, anyways. Um, these songs are kind of all emotional in some way, and I feel like it's hitting me in some way that, yeah, it's just bringing some emotions out. That's all, and that's okay. It's different times than we used to live in. So if you can't express your emotion and feel comfortable doing it, look, I understand. I totally get it, because my dad was not the show the emotions type guy. Very stoic. Men are supposed to be men. And he was right, and you guys are right. The world's right. Men are supposed to be men. You're supposed to be strong and defend yourself and your family, and do things to take care of your family, and all those things are still true today. I personally just feel that men should be honest, right? They should be emotional. If you have an emotion and you want to express it, then damn it, express it, right? What's the problem with saying that you have some emotion? That's the thing that I disconnect with, because I didn't have the emotional relationship with my father that I should have for many, many, many years. And then in the end, whenever it was close, oh, now we're gonna be emotional and talk about our feelings? No, dude, that's terrible. You should be honest with everyone all the time, no matter what. So, anyways, look, guys, I've been doing this now for 40 something minutes, I think. Well, right at around 40 minutes. We're getting close. I can't really see the clock, but Um, wow, a lot of emotion in these three songs. Brought out a lot of feelings. I think I need to go listen to some rock music now. Go listen to my heavier stuff for a little bit and kind of take me out of this emotional state before I'm in there crying on my wife's shoulder saying, the Bee Gees destroyed me. No, they look, it's great songs, very well written. I love all of them. I think that the production on these songs is awesome. The album sounds great, Mr. Natural. I'm digging this album as well. So um, I just wanted to put that out there and say it. Listen, I hope that you're doing well. I hope that life is being fair and kind. And if it's not, um, I'm sorry. First of all, I know that sometimes life can be very unfair, and it seems like it's being unfair all the time, but it's not. Sometimes we have to go through hardships in order to appreciate the good times, right? Um, I'm kind of going through it right now too because whew, medically I'm dealing with a kidney transplant that I need because of the liver transplant. It destroyed my kidneys. And now they got me on all kinds of medicines and it's making my mouth dry, which is why I'm chewing mint all the time in these videos. But yeah, so I'm on the kidney list for transplant, and then they take me off the list because they need me to go do this test, and then I go do that test, and they're like, well, maybe we should test for this, and then they put me back on the kidney list, and then they're like, no, wait, we didn't do this, so let's do. And I'm like, guys, what are we doing? Like, this is my life we're talking about. Like, I'm pretty sick and I need that kidney. So whatever test and whatever things you need me to do, just let me know so we can get it done because right? I didn't just go through this whole liver ordeal and get the transplant and go through all that just to die from kidney failure. Like that's terrible. Anyways, don't get me started on the unfairness of life cuz then we'll be here for another hour. I'm just kidding. Look, whatever happens to you guys, know that you're loved. Know that there are people out there who love you and who want to support you and who will support you. And just pray about it. That's what I say. And for those of you guys who don't, follow the whole prayer chain and things like that, and religion's not really your go-to, just speak it into the universe. Then talk to the universe and tell the universe whatever it is that you need to tell it and get it off your chest because I'm telling you, releasing these emotions, guys, is the best feeling in the world. Even if you sit in a dark room by yourself, cry it out, and then get up and walk back into life, then do that. Anyways, I'm done. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. Whew, these songs brought out a lot of emotion. uh, whew, yeah. So I will see you on the next one. You guys take care.